When I was 12 years old, growing up in Waterloo, Iowa, there was an airport with a grass runway called Canfield Airport. And there was a gentleman there by the name of Bill. And he had a Piper Tri-Pacer. That's a single-engine plane with cloth-covered wings and fuselage. Every chance I could, I'd go to that airport and I'd help Bill. Whether it's changing the oil on the plane, cleaning his car, washing it, I'd do anything for a chance for him just to grab me and throw me in the plane and off we'd go. And that's how I got started in aviation. It just hooked me. We've been with SilverStone many years. We have the hangars, our automobiles, homes, everything is with SilverStone. They take care of their clients. They make sure they have the proper coverage, not too much, but not too little, but the proper coverage. The experience we had with our plane that led to the claim with SilverStone, I was not in the plane at the time. We'd hired a professional pilot to fly it to have service done on it. At 700 feet above the ground, all the oil comes out of the engine. Oil everywhere, all across the windscreen, and the engine seizes. But this professional pilot, he knew what to do, and he landed back down, rolled up on the ramp at the Council Bluffs Airport. Local mechanics pulled the plane into their maintenance hangar. They soon discover all the oil came out of where the oil filter screws onto the motor. The mechanic that put this filter on in another state just hand twisted it on, put the safety wire on, and miraculously it flew for 13 hours without losing oil. We find this out in a matter of an hour, and I call the SilverStone Group. And John P. Nelson says, "Don't worry about anything, I'll get back to you in 5 minutes." 5 minutes later, phone rings. And the SilverStone Group says, "Who's responsible is the insurer for this mechanic." "But John, you're our client. Don't you worry about that. We'll take care of that end. Get the process going to get that plane repaired." During the claims process, I was offered by the other insurance company, not SilverStone Group, that, well, we'll just do a field repair and overhaul that engine and overhaul the propeller. That engine only had 300 hours on it. The prop only had 300 hours on it. Both of them are stressed and welded together, and sure, they could have been fixed out here in the field. But when I get in an aircraft as a pilot, when I take my family and friends in that aircraft, I'm not going to take any chances. I want that aircraft running perfectly. We put in a new factory engine, a new factory propeller. That drove up the cost, but yet it ensured safety in my mind. SilverStone Group did back me. They didn't have to, but they understand that 4 months the aircraft is down is an inconvenience. The phone calls from James Gulson, who heads up their aviation division, were frequent. The emails from James were frequent. There was never a doubt in my mind I was going to be taken care of. But again, SilverStone went above and beyond, and they kept me informed all the way through of what's going on. Nothing was hidden. It was completely transparent. I realized how important it is to have a relationship with an insurance company where you're more than just a number. You're a person, and you know you're going to be taken care of.